Hi, and welcome to the City of Mississauga Fit Breaks. My name is Lorrie, and I'm here to take you through a session of foam roller today. We're going to start by gathering the equipment that you need. This here is a racquetball, a great one to have. Though you may not have at home, tennis balls are wonderful, and of course, a foam roller. Foam rollers come in all different shapes and sizes, so you can, this is a little bit more intense because it's got the bumps. So we're going to start with our feet because the feet are actually really important when it comes to getting the fascia to let go in your body. So you take the ball and you set it underneath your foot and you just begin to press and roll it back and forth, applying as much pressure as you comfortably can. And you might find that this is uncomfortable. If you've got plantar fasciitis and the muscles underneath your foot are very tight, this can be sore. So just apply as much pressure as you can and just keep going. So you want to do about 2 minutes a foot. So I'm just going to quickly roll over to the other foot, but if you were doing this on your own, then you could do the full 2 minutes. So even just doing your feet for 2 minutes, you can see a difference in your flexibility. So just starting with the feet is important. I sometimes keep one of these if my feet are sore, keep it under the kitchen counter so that I can do my feet while I'm washing dishes or whatever sort of thing like that. All right, so now we're gonna come down onto the mat and we're gonna grab our foam roller and we're gonna bring our knees onto the foam roller. And then you're gonna sit down as much as you can, dropping your heels, your tail to your heels. And then we're gonna start to roll nice and slow. So the thing about foam rolling is you just wanna do 1 second, 1 inch per second. So nice and smooth and slow. And I'm just doing right down the center of my shins right now. You might find this very painful. If you are new, all of this could be quite tender. So now we're going to sort of lean to the right and just do the edge of my shin. We want to work in the range of 8 out of 10. So if you are feeling that your face is starting to scrunch, then you're probably applying too much. So you need to modify and lessen the weight, or slow it down, or just do as many as you can. So nice and slow. I've now tilted to the other shin, doing the outer edge of that shin, nice and slow. Very good. Coming back to center now. Very good. So coming off the roller, we're going to come down and we're going to lay on top of the roller. We're going to do our thighs, our quads. So you want to start with the foam roller right where your leg attaches to your body, or the hip flexors. And we're just going to be on our elbows here and slowly roll forward and roll back. So let's just begin with the top part of our thigh. All right? So just divide your thigh in half, go halfway, and then back to the hip flexor or where your leg attaches to your body. Nice and slow. And again, if it's hurting, you're doing it right. So we're going to start to look for the place where it's the most tender in your leg, and I'm going to call that the sweet spot. So I want you to find the sweet spot and just hold. And then we're gonna kick our feet. You can do one at a time, or you can do both, up to you, right? Keep your belly lifted and strong, so don't be drooping. Stay lifted, keep the core engaged. So if this is too intense, stay with the foam, or just the rolling forward and back, or even just the holding. Very good. So let's roll it again. So each area of the body you know, you spend about 4 minutes each area. You can do it up to 4 times a day. As often as you brush your teeth, you can do some foam rolling. All right, so let's move now closer to the bottom of our thigh, going closer to our knee. Right to the kneecap, not on the kneecap. Nice and slow. Turn your toes out. Very good. Come back to center. Very good. Come all the way up. Can be a little tight on the shoulder or tough on the shoulders, so just roll your shoulders back. So right now we just did right down the center of your thigh. Now I want you to do the corner, and it's a big muscle here. It's a stabilizing muscle. So it's not the side of my leg, it's not the front, it's the corner. A little tricky to find. And it'll run right up to your hip bone, right? So putting that roller back down, we're going to put our hip bone on the roller, and we're gonna start at that hip flexor and just maybe rock through that hip flexor just a little bit. It should feel great. This is about the only place in your body that foam roller does feel great. Everything else can be a little intense. All right, so let's start to travel down. So slowly going up just the corner of your thigh. And this will likely be more intense than the area that we just did on the front. Unless you're new, everything's gonna hurt. Remember, stay in that 8 out of 10 zone. We're gonna look for that sweet spot. It's probably about halfway, and just hold. Another important thing you want to do with foam rolling is keep the leg, the limb that you're working on, relaxed, and that's hard to do when something's hurting. So now we're going to kick our bum. I'm going to sweep my foot out to the side, trying to touch the 3 or the 9 on the clock. Sweep. And you may want to cry, just smile through it. If you smile, it tricks the brain. Doesn't think it's so bad. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Very good. Let's just roll again, rolling down the whole corner of your thigh. Right from the hip flexor, right down to the knee. Might have to adjust that a little bit. So this keeps knees happy. If quads are tight, knees are not happy. The ligaments are out of alignment, and little muscles start doing what big muscles should do. The knee gets a little bit out of alignment, and then it starts to hurt. So we are releasing the big muscles so they can do the job that they want to do. All right, coming up, rolling your shoulders back. All right, another part of the leg. Actually, we're going to take a break. We'll get back to that. We're going to take a ball right now. You can use the racquetball or the tennis ball, just to give our shoulders a rest. So we're going to fold our right leg, or left leg, sorry. And this one can be out here or tucked behind, whatever feels good for you. Now we're going to take the tennis ball, and we're going to put it here. Here's my kneecap. I'm up on my thigh right here on the corner. And we're just going to press. And then you're just going to roll it just a little bit. If it doesn't hurt, you're in the wrong spot. So adjust the ball, find where it's tender. Maybe you need to come a little bit more closer to the top of your thigh. Press as firmly as you can. Nice and slow. If you've got a real good sore spot, press and hold. Breathe and relax the leg that you're working on. Very good. Now let's move down to our calf, our shin. So we're going to take that ball again, and this, we're working in the bell of the muscle, the big fat part. And this could be really tender. So rocking, instead of a circle, you're going to rock it back and forth, and you're just going to slowly make your way down toward your ankle. Just a gentle rock, rock, rock. So again, if calves are tight, knees aren't going to be happy. Your feet aren't going to be happy if your calves are tight. If you're a gym rat or you have a lot of repetitive movement, if you're a runner, foam rolling is so important to keeping your body healthy and giving you the best that it can give you. So just working your way up, working your way down. Alrighty, let's bring that foam roller. Still working on our calves. We're gonna put our calves now on top of the foam roller. And you're gonna lean back, and you can do this with 2 legs or 1. To make it more intense, it's 1 leg. So you'll cross 1 leg over top. Then we're gonna lift our bum, and we're gonna start to slowly roll down or up your thigh or your calf. Nice and slow, keeping the foot that you're working on relaxed, and that's tough. Nice and slow. That is key, no rushing. Very good. Then you would change, do the other foot on top. Do that for a few minutes. Now we're going to come to the IT band, which is just one of those things that people always say, oh, my IT band, my IT band. So we're going to now go to the side, and we're going to go right down like if you had a seam in your pant. We're going to have that roller rolling right there. First, we're going to start here on this bum cheek, and then we're going to go right down, all right? So having that roller, I want you to put your bum cheek or that left hip on the roller, and we're going to tilt our navel so it's sort of pointing up to the ceiling. And have your left leg behind. Oh no, that's your right leg, sorry. Behind. Rocking slowly through that bum cheek. This could be intense for you, but I tell you, if you do this often, this will be just fantastic. All right, so here we are. We're going to angle to the side, and we're going to start to roll down the outer edge of our thigh. So bring that right foot in front and start to roll. Sorry. Here we go. Forward and back. Nice and slow. We're going to find the sweet spot and hold. Then we're going to kick our bum. So it's the leg that you're working on that you're going to bend and flex. Kicking toward your bum. Nice. Remember, if it's too much, if it's making your face scrunch, then you need to modify. For 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's roll. Taking that roller now closer to your knee. Working through that sweet spot. Woo. Very good. Come all the way up. So there's one more thing I want to show you for legs, even though there are still many things that we can do. I like to take the tennis balls and place them behind my knees. And then you're going to curl your toes under and send your weight back. So we're stretching out the feet here, and we are working on the calves. And just a little tiny bounce if you can. Very good. A little wiggle. All right, we're gonna uncurl the toes and we're gonna move the ball to the biggest part of that muscle in your calf and then sit down. A little wiggle. This could be pretty intense. So you add less weight if it's too much. Now just hold, sit back, add as much weight as you comfortably can. Breathe. A little wiggle. Very good. And come all the way up. So there is the one leg. If you want, obviously you need to do the other leg. Just rewind and you can follow and get the other leg done. So I hope that helps. Stick with it. Do it often. The more often you do it, the more benefit you will get. I suggest if you've got really a bad area to do it a couple of times a day for maybe 4 or 5 days in a row, and you'll see a huge difference in your body. All right, stick with it. Don't do it too long, just 4 minutes an area of your body, and it'll make a big improvement. So good luck, have fun. Thanks for joining us with the City of Mississauga Fit Break.